Hi everyone, Omeza here. Welcome to my Take It All tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to create this Take It All animated in Excel. So this is exactly what so many persons thought it is only possible in our web applications, but right now we're going to make it very much possible in Excel, just to show some information about the project you've just created for your clients or for your boss. Without you being there, he or she is going to actually be able to read through what it is that is going on with the template you've created or with the dashboard you've created by showing some information that he or she needs to know. So let us get down and see how we created this. So right now the first thing I'm going to show you is actually going to this particular aspect where they said tell me what. Okay, I'm going to click on it and you see I have already searched for this selection pane. So click on it if you have it. So now that you've clicked on it, so what we are saying is the shapes we have used. I'm just going to actually show all. So just follow my step and see how we can create this from the scratch. Okay, now if I actually click on this particular shape right here, you can see we get it highlighted. That is the first one. We call it Tor 1, and I'm going to click on this one. We have it Tor 5, then it's giving us Tor 3, Tor 2, and this is going to give us Tor 4. Right now clicking on this particular one right now is giving us Tor Take It All. It's giving us Take It All, and what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to actually have this closed and click on this. Now it's going to change, but what I'm going to do now is just for me to actually hit on my control and actually hit that. It highlights it for me. So if I actually move it, it's just going to move away from here, which means it is actually being stuck on each other. So I'm going to show you how I did it right now. So I'm going to Control Z to bring it back. Okay, fine. I'm going to say Control Z. Now we have to bring it back. So the first thing you do is for it to just go to the shape and actually pick any shape you feel like you're comfortable with. I'm just going to pick this particular shape right here and just drag the shape down right here. So I'm going to leave it this way, and I'm going to actually take sorry for the mistake, Take It All. Okay, Take It All. So I'm gonna Take It All like this. I'm gonna bring it down to this particular aspect, so now we can see it deeply. Okay, if I go to home, I'm gonna actually make sure I centralize it and actually crank up the text so that it will be very much readable. So I'm gonna put it on 16. So now this is cool. So now we have to make sure the text is aligned center. So now I'm gonna make it bold, and we have something like this. But what I really want to show you is this. I have to duplicate this over and over again, which is Ctrl D. I have it into 4. So right now, if you have it scattered in so many places, you can actually have it scattered, and here we go like this. So now if I want to rename this right now, I'm just gonna come right here and say okay, this is just my step SS to make it different from the other. So you can decide to just give a single space, and now here we go, we have it named. So if I go right here, I can turn it off, I can turn it on. That's exactly what we need to do for the first time. So I don't need it, I'm just going to use it for an illustration. So I can actually click on everything right here and have it like that. So now what I'm going to do right now is just to come to the top level right here and go to align. So if I go to align, I'm going to say align center, and after align center I can actually say align middle. So now I have it tagged on each other. Exactly, this is what it is. So now can you see that? This is exactly what we've done right here. So I don't need this, I'm just going to delete it right now. The next thing, or the next step we need to get into, is for you to see what is making this to actually happen the way it is. Specifically, when we click on it, it's actually animated, and actually animated this way. Awesome, right? So let us see the VBA code that is actually generating all this. So here is the VBA code. Okay, we got it. Here's the VBA code. It might look some kind of too huge, but what you are seeing is some kind of repetition of the same code over and over again. And what we change is just, if you can look at this, we have Tor 1, Tor 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can see the rest of the code is actually the same thing, which I'm going to show you how to do in a jiffy. Okay, right now I don't need this code again, so we need to actually get this away from here. Control A. I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to go to the one I have right here. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to show you how to get everything ready, and we're ready to go. So if I actually go right now and click on this, it's not going to function again. So it's telling me that cannot run the macro. That was because there was no really VBA code written inside the module and inside the workbook. So right now I click back on this again, and here we go. I'm gonna have to delete this module and show you how to actually go about it. So if you want to actually save the module, you can click on yes, but I don't want to do that. I'm gonna click on that and I go. So you can from here click and go to insert, and you can see your module right here. The next way you can actually follow to get it is just click on this particular aspect right here, and here is your module. So we have it. So module 1. So this is exactly what it is. So because we're gonna be writing this code that actually animate our shapes for us, our object for us, I'm gonna actually have to get this away from here. So now remember, what you're about to work with right now is a shape. So we have to be very careful on how we call the shape. So I'm gonna actually make my VBA area like this so that I can see both my button and as well I can see those particular properties right here. So can we actually get ourselves our eyes up and see what it is that we need to do about this? Okay, now here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is for you to write our sub. I'm gonna say take a tar. So subtitle, and what this does is just for this particular code to mark the territory of the code that is going to be right here, which we can actually call or use assign to a particular shape. So we are writing a macro right here that we can actually assign to a shape, and when we click that shape, action will happen. So now the first thing we're going to do right now is to just write this code. So before we proceed, right, I'm going to click right here and let's see what sheet it is. That is the sheet we actually onto right now is called data, but this is not the name we're going to use. So if I go back to the VBA area, so right now you see the data sheet is actually called sheet 1. So we're going to be referencing sheet 1, not data. So right now what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to say sheet 1 dot shape. So right now what I need is just shape. If I just type sh, it gives me, and I'm going to click on tab, and here we go. So I'm going to actually I'm going to just click on my shift and open bracket. I have this right now. So I'm going to use this particular double quotation mark and actually type keep clicking, and I'm going to close it, and I'm going to close the bracket as well. I'm going to say dot visible. So dot visible is equal to true. So now it's going to be true. So right now let me just show you what I've done. So after we might have written this one, the next thing we're going to do is to copy it and replicate it over and over again. So we do not need to write a single code again. All we're just going to do is just to tweak it and actually make it work with the shape. So right now what is happening right here, we call the sheet that we are trying to actually make the shape to take any action, and we actually referencing this keep clicking. And why is keep clicking? Let me show you what keep clicking is. So keep clicking is this. Can you see that? I'm gonna actually put keep clicking on. So now here we go, keep clicking. I want, if this particular button is being clicked, I want the keep clicking to just appear automatically. That was where I've set the keep clicking to true. You can see what I've done right here. Sheet 1, there is a particular shape right there on sheet 1 that is called keep clicking, and want you to set the visibility to true every single time this particular button here is being clicked. So I want it to be true. That is exactly what you need to do. So the second thing I'm going to be doing right now is still the same thing we need to do, but for the last time I'm going to write this again. I'm going to say sheet 1 dot shape. So tab key, open your bracket, and right now I'm going to say okay, give me the sheet I'm going to be referencing now is going to be stop, not shape this time around. So it's going to be stop. So I'm going to say stop 1. I'm going to show you when I'm doing this. Step 1, I'm going to close it and close the open bracket. Dot. Now what am I going to do? If I say dot, I'm going to be using what they call Z order. So Z order, so give a space, and I'm going to say bring to front. Sorry for that, I'm going to have to go and do it again. Z order, give a space. Oh, sorry for that. So I'm gonna close dot Z order. So if I give a space right now, oh good. Okay, here I get it. So now here is it. So you're just gonna actually give a space, and you actually say this particular MSO bring to front. So when you actually get MSO bring to front, so we're good to go. What we wanted to do is actually okay right now. So if you watch here, we are having take it all at the top. 5, 4, 3. So right now if we run the code, we're gonna have 1 to be at the top, because what we said is actually bring to front. So I'm gonna click right now. So watch here, don't blink. So you're gonna see it right now, and here as well. Here is not gonna work for now, but just take a look at what we have right here, and here we go. We have it being on the top. That's exactly what we need. So I'm just going to actually scroll down and take this on and hide it down there. So let us bury it here because for now we don't need it. So we can now start writing our code from here. So I'm going to say step. I'm going to say step 1. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go with sub step 1. Sub step 1. So I'm going to give it underscore 1. So I have that, so I have to make sure I do this again. So I can actually decide to copy this and drop it right here, give it a little space and actually drop it and just say, okay, this one is going to be step 2. So you just name it over and over again. So if you look at what we have right here, we have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and the final one we have step 5. So right now we can now begin to write our code that's going to actually make everything to work. Then we assign the code to it, then we are going to be good to go. Okay, let's test. I presume I told us we're not going to be writing those codes over and over again, so I'm just going to come to the top level right here and just copy this particular line of code from here. Yes, this particular line of code from here. I'm just going to click on copy and copy it. I'm going to go right here and actually have it pasted inside here. So once I have it pasted, what I'm going to do right now is just that if I click the button 1 right here, I want you to actually bring this particular button 2 to the top level right here. So right now we are having 2 here right now. If I click on this particular one, so let's see what we have. So we have 2 already. So I'm just going to come to this particular aspect right here and I'm going to drop the same code again. If I click on button 2, what I want you to actually give to me is the third button. So if I click right now, you're going to see it's going to change. That is exactly what it is. So the fourth one, you can actually paste it as well and change this particular one to the 4, and this one right here, that is the third one. So when I click on this, it gives me 2. When I click on this, it gives me 3. When I click on this, it gives me 4. And if I click on this, it's gonna give me 5. So it's gonna give me 5. Exactly, that is what it is. So now we have step 5 left. So right now I'm gonna click on this, and actually if I actually click on step 5, it should return me back to step 1 because already there is no more steps, so it's gonna return me back to step 1. Hope you understand all those steps right here. So it's gonna work this way. So for now, let us assign this to every single steps we have right on this button. So now it's going to be very easy to actually implement. You can see step 3 right here is this step 3. I'm going to assign the button to this particular step right here. So let me click on it right now. I'm going to say assign macro and I'm going to check step 3. So look at step 3. Once I have it assigned, I'm going to click on it. It's going to give me step 4. I'm going to click on it right here. I'm going to say assign to step 4. So if I click on step 4, it's going to give me 5, and I'm going to say okay, assign macro. So I'm going to assign it to 5. So if I click on this particular one right here, 5, okay, I'm going to click on 5. Right now it's going to take me to 1. So I'm going to go to 1 and assign macro to step 1. So if I click on it, so now 2 is not being assigned. I'm going to assign for 2. Macro, I'm going to assign for 2 right here. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Now this is exactly what it is. So can you see that? This is beautiful, right? Okay, let's see. So now Tickettor is not actually visible, so I can actually go and bring Tickettor. Just click on it right here and bring it to the top level. So now we have Tickettor. So all we need to do is just to right click on it and say assign macro, and we can actually find it. So click on it, we assign it. So if I click on Tickettor right now, it's going to take me to the first one. So if we keep going, it's like this, it ends and it picks again. So you're not going to see Tickettor until you actually release your mouse, and Tickettor will definitely come automatically after some few seconds without any activities. So right now we need to actually start writing the next lines of code to actually make this particular ones here to work fine for us. So let's see into that. So here we go again. So finally we're going to write this code and we recycle through it. We are gone. So now the next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to actually still refer to the same sheet. So sheet 1, which is this particular sheet right here, is sheet 1, and sheet 1 is data. So right now you can see is data. So we have a dashboard here, which I'm gonna still run you through and see how the dashboard works in Jiffy, but not really now. So I'm just gonna click on this and actually go right here. So sheet 1, which is this particular sheet right here. So sheet 1, so dot shape, and I've told you what it is because what we need to work with is shape. So we're gonna call the shape, and how do we call the shape? Open bracket and double quotation mark. And the shape we want to call right now, we have a shape right here called tor1. So before we do that, let me show you tor1. So this is exactly what it is. So this particular shape right here is called tau 1. So I can actually think of double clicking. It's cool. So I'm just going to copy this away from here. So if I go back right now, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to click on this, and what I need to do is just to have it pasted inside here. So tau 1, I'm going to click this and have it closed. I'm going to say dot visible. So the visibility is what I need to set. So what am I going to do is equal to true. So that's exactly what we need to do right now. So now that we've set this one to be visible right now, the rest of them are not going to be visible. So I'm just going to copy right now and paste this. I'm going to paste this into 4. So if I just click on this, I'm going to say paste. I'm going to paste this. I'm going to paste this. Exactly. I told you we are going to replicate through this. So right now we have step 1. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to turn this one to step 2, step 3. I'm going to turn this one to step 4, and here it's going to be step 5. So right now I'm going to actually turn this to what? To invisible. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to say equal to, and have the false right here. I'm just going to get this. So right now all I need to do is just to copy this and actually replace it with other ones right here. So I'm just going to say paste. Just going to paste it and make it false. Exactly. This is exactly what we need to do. So you just paste it right here. So we'll make it false. So the only one that is visible is what is going to show, which is this one, is the only visible one. So if I have it run right now, it's changed because already we've made it visible. So if you want to test if this is really working for us, so I'm just going to make it invisible right now. I can actually go ahead and actually click on it. If once it gets to step 1, we should see it. Now we get to step 1. When we click the step 1, I'm just going to actually have to hide it again and show you the logic. So now here is step 1. So step 1 is not yet clicked. So if I click it right now, it's just going to give me step 2, and it's going to give me step 1. Exactly, this is what it is. So it's giving me step 1. It's actually asking for step 2 right now. If I click it, nothing is on step 2 and step 3 and step 4 plus step 5, but step 1 has something on it. So right now I'm just going to go back and actually click on it, and the next thing I'm going to do right now, I told you we are not going to write this over and over again. Just have this copied away from here and just go down. Before you know, we're gonna have a lot of codes right here. Okay, fine. What you need to do is just to have this copied and just copy this away from here and paste it for here, and that is all you need to do. That is for step 2, where you're making it visible, and the remaining one, now we turn this one to invisible for now. So we paste it down. That is exactly what we need to do. So right now, if I now go right here and click on step 2 right now, so step 2 is just gonna be visible. Here is step 2, and it gives me step 3, so I can't have anything to click on step 3. So that's exactly what it is. I believe you understand. So let me just do it one more time, then I go ahead and do it behind the scene. I show you how everything is done, then we go to the other step that is gonna actually make it some kind of animated. So now I have it pasted here once again, just what we've done previously. So I have it pasted. So look for the final time. So now this one is true, the second step is true, so we're going to make the second step to be false. So what we need to do right now, first of all, copy the true from here and put it on step 3, as we are onto step 3 right now. So make step 3 to be visible. I'm going to paste it right here and make this particular step 2, which had been visible before, to be invisible as well, which is going to be false. So I'm just going to paste it right now. So it's working. So if I click on step 3 right now, it's not going to be this again. So something else happened. So that's it. That's exactly what it is. So now you've seen how that goes. So let us see how we can actually make this completely. Then I will come back. So for now, everything is working well, so well. So if I click on step 5, it gives me step 5. So if I click on step 1, here's step 1. So here is step 2, step 3, step 4, back to step 5, and back to step 1 again. So it's working fine, but it's not disappearing on its own. There is no animation, which is the most very interesting part of this particular tutorial. So if you are still hanging around, you can feel like you want to hit this like button and leave a comment as well, just to keep some kind of engagement on my channel, and as well share this to your friends and family out there, and hit the subscribe button if you had not subscribed. Okay, right now let us see how we can get the animated aspects ready. And as well, every single time this is being clicked, and after some few seconds there was not any click, it should disappear on its own. So I'm just going to scroll to the top level and I have a code paste right here. So I'm gonna have this code pasted here. So we have we have declared this particular time frame right here, which we're going to be using. I'm gonna copy this particular time frame, just copy it as well, and actually use it right here. Okay, now the next thing I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna come down right here. So I'm gonna say now within 3 minutes. So I'm gonna say okay, copy it right here. I'll paste it and actually open bracket. I'm gonna say if 3 minutes, that is 3.0. I'm gonna close it. So within 3.0, if nothing is being done, there is no click on this button, the button should automatically disappear. And I'm gonna copy this particular whole part of it right now. I'm gonna copy it, copy, and I'm gonna go down right here, and I'm gonna actually have to paste it down. Can you see that? This is how we made this particular huge code. It's not a magic. There is not, you don't write all of them, so you just replicate. And what I want you to do right here, you need to give me on the top, bring back take a tour. I'm gonna say take a tour. I think you have it. Take a tour. Yep. So take a tour. Let us just go and verify if this is really what it is. So I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna check because the name must be like that. Okay, it's take a tour. We are correct. So now I'm gonna go back right here, and what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna set everything to what? Everything to false. So copy it, and everything will be put off. So I will set everything to false. I actually have done this. So right now, if I go right here and copy this particular code right now, I'm gonna actually copy this code. I'm gonna copy from here. Okay, before I copy, there is one more thing I need to add. So I'm just gonna go down to the last level. So this particular one we called keep clicking. I'm gonna copy this keep clicking right here and make it invisible as well, plus the other one I just made invisible. So right now I'm gonna go down right here, and I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna have it dropped as well. Drop it right here. So we're gonna have to make this particular one to be invisible. So I'm gonna say false. So that is the invisible part of it. So you're gonna make it false. So right now, if I click on it, I'm gonna copy body timing right here. Remember, we have this particular time frame defined at the top level right here. So you can just copy this particular code and you're good to go. So now I'm just gonna go down, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna have to paste this. So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna have to paste this right here. So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna have to paste this too. So finally we got to the last one. So we're gonna have to paste this one here as well. So let us see what's gonna happen. If I click on it and there is nothing that happens right now, you can see it goes back to take it off. I'm gonna click on it. If I click on it, nothing's gonna happen. So it's not gonna hide. We cannot see take it off right now. The only time we see take it off is when we stop clicking. So right now I'm not clicking, so it's just gonna bring take it automatically. Can you see that? So if I just click on it, you can see keep clicking will just appear for the first time, and if I keep clicking and I don't click again, and it's just gonna go. I think we've just settled this one right now. The next thing is that for every single time I click on it, nothing happens. There is no animation. What the heck is wrong? So we can now start to see how we can animate this. So let us go to the animation part of it. So right now, hit the like button if you've not done that, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Okay, right now let us see the animation part. But before we see the animation part, let me show you so many tutorials that you can actually enjoy on my channel. So here is our channel. Kindly come right here to Data Decision YouTube channel to avail yourself the opportunity to learn a lot about Excel, specifically Excel dashboard, and so many awesome things right here. So the tutorial we are actually working on right now is this particular dashboard program management dashboard. So you can come right here and take a look at it. So we have a lot of dashboard that you can actually avail yourself the opportunity to take a look at and see how they are being created. So a lot is right here. So right now I don't want to bore you guys, so let us go back to our main tutorial. So I click back. So right now what we need to do, we are trying to talk about how we can actually make this animated. Every single time I click on it, it comes with a style. It looks more awesome in the eye of our clients and all of that. So let's see how we can do that. So I'm just going to go back to this particular VBA expert right now. So we are still going to actually have it right here. So but right now I'm just going to say, okay, what you're going to do, if you want to do the animation, please don't do it beneath this one right here. Don't go and start writing any code right here, else it's not going to work. So because already we have defined something that's all false, so it's going to look at it and like, oh, You said it's all first. I'm not gonna work with it. So right now we're gonna have our code between here. That's exactly what we need to do right now. Do you understand? So before we begin this particular process, remember we are on we are the one active right now is the one that has true right now is the first one, which is take it out, which means we are onto the shape of take it out. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say sheet one dot shape. So sheet one dot shape, I'm gonna actually have to reference the shape, and the shape is actually take okay just towel. So I'm gonna actually have to put this dash and one dash. So I'm gonna have to close this, and I'm gonna say dot top. So this is the prop we're gonna use, dot top. I'm gonna say equal to 5. So now if I have it like this and I run it, nothing's gonna happen. But what we need to do right now is just for we to still use this particular timing. So now if I just go here and click it, it looks the way it is. So it's not really working right now, but we're gonna make it work. Let's see what we're gonna happen. We're gonna have to do. So now we're gonna be doing more of replicating over and over again. So what we need to do right now, this time frame is what we're gonna still be using. We're gonna say time frame. So time frame now is gonna be 0.3. So I'm gonna say 0.3. I'm gonna have to close it. So we're gonna have to use this 0.3 right here. Okay, so that is 0.3 seconds. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna have to copy this. I'm gonna actually replicate this again, just paste it right here. I'm gonna paste this once again, and for the last time I'm gonna actually go ahead and paste it. So I'm gonna turn this one to 9. I'm gonna turn this one to 12. Okay, I'm gonna turn this one to 10, and I'm gonna turn this one to 12. And for once again, I'm gonna actually click on this. I'm gonna still drop and down right here. I'm gonna turn this one to 13. Okay, I'm gonna turn this one to 13. So right now what we are doing now is just the movement. So we're trying to move it from 5, 9, 10, 12, 13. So you can actually practicalize this and play along with it and see what it is that we're trying to do right here. So let me run it and see what is going on. Can you see now the animation is actually on point, so it's running for us. So if I click on it, you can see it comes in with a star. That is exactly what it is. So right now I'm gonna do the second one and show you how this particular animation is gonna be much more fun. So what we need to do is just to click and copy it from here and go down to where you want to have it. So now the second one is what we need to actually do. So I'm just going to actually give it to that space right here. I'm going to paste it down. So and after pasting it down, what we need to do, we need to see how do we move this. So right now that's not the main problem right now. What is really true is the second one, which is tar 2 is where we have true. So we have to change this one to tar 2. So I'm going to say 2. That's exactly what we need to do. So to make it snappy, I'm gonna paste the code for tar 2 right here, just to make it snappy. You can see the code right here. So what it is, the code is actually as it's coming down, it's getting higher. Sometimes it gets bigger, sometimes it gets smaller, just the way you want the animation to look like. If I click on it right now, you can see it bounces up and down, and that is exactly what I really want for it. So now I can actually go ahead and actually paste for this as well. It's going to be very much awesome to do it very snappy, so that you can actually follow along and do it in a very short way. So I have pasted for 4, like as you can see is 4, and what is making it to work is the code we pasted at the top level where we define time frame, and we're actually trying to make sure the shape get animated at 0.3 seconds. So now you can see right now 175 is getting higher, 180 and 130. So now 183. So if I actually go ahead and run this right now, if I go ahead and click on run, so you can see this is exactly how it runs. So I can actually go and start it. So now you can click on it. We see if this is the first one. So if you click on the first one, it's gonna disappear and give us the second one, and it animates. So now you can see it animates. It really animates, and this is exactly what it is. It animates. So if you are still hanging around, let me take you to this particular dashboard right here. So the dashboard is from this data, and the data is all about project management, how to manage a project. So right now if I click on it, you see this particular dashboard right here. It's very awesome. You can take a look at it on my dashboard tutorial. I'm going to be leaving the link of this particular dashboard right there. You can download it and actually take a look at how the dashboard is being created, and you can see we have this particular slider right here that make everything to change dynamically. So I'm gonna actually be leaving the link on this particular video to show you how to create something awesome like this. So we have the calculation sheet. We don't have much calculation, but we have some kind of huge calculation, huge formulas used right here to get everything done, so which we're gonna show you how to do and get it the same way we have gotten it right here. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you are still watching to this end, please kindly leave a like and actually show some love to share this particular Excel tutorial to your friends and family on your social media, because they might really need it most than you do. So right now I'm gonna say thanks for watching. So you've just learned how to create step, take a tab and you stop into different types of tabs with just a click, and once you actually fail to click within some few seconds, it disappears. That is exactly what it is. So thanks for watching.